Welcome back.
Well, whoever is magic as fuck and heard the last one, welcome back. So we hella didn't record it.
Almost 3 hour podcast.
I was gonna say, if you call that technical difficulties, yeah, when you're allegedly sober at this point. So we are recording, correct?
Yes, we are recording.
So I figure I would double check that one.
Yeah. I mean, as far as I can tell,
Okay.
we are recording, but it's doing the exact same thing it was doing
To touch a base, let's we'll try to highlight just some of the things that we
Alright,
did talk
if you feel
about.
like, yeah.
Because I know we could talk about taking a dump and being enlightened.
Talking about.
And you're definitely level 50 about now.
Well, no, we were talking about how shit is artwork. Like if you're taking a dump
Taking a dump, it's beautiful.
and it's like a fucking beautiful shit, it's fucking art. And if you want to get weird with it and try and sculpt that shit really well,
You know?
that's where we were.
Whatever lights your joint.
That will like drawn out for like 20 minutes. Just
Yeah.
just
Because
about the butthole.
if you want an enlightened shit, then you just need a squatty potty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
By the way, Squatty Potty. Brought to you by some random
Alex.
Brought to you by Alex.
Alex is totally repping Squatty Potty. If you could send us all a free Squatty Potty, we need like 3 or 4. We could share them with people. And
SP all day.
apparently, it makes your shits a lot more enlightening.
Yeah. Yeah, I took a dump at Alex's one time and I haven't enlightened shit.
You had that? Did you have an experience?
There's no other way to dump,
I
apparently.
leveled up to enlightenment
wow.
level 40.
Jesus.
No, I'm just kidding.
Your shit was
Just
splashing
kidding,
for
level
that
2.
high.
Level 2. No.
Yeah, I guess we touched on that.
Sending off the bowl to that last podcast.
How we feel, definitely LSD should not, and DMT should not be illegal.
Yeah.
We feel like that's something.
I feel like they should be illegal for certain reasons, but
Yeah.
Well, he did
There
make
should
a
be
good point.
limitations.
there should be limitations, but also some people can't handle limitations.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Alex
that's-
made a good point. He
Same
said-
with alcohol, though.
Yeah.
But
And then the other
same
drugs.
with alcohol.
But generally, that's
But if
like
you
a-
think
But
about
there
it.
should be
Think about it, though.
regulations.
Think about it, though.
Not
Yeah.
illegal.
The government made
Humanitarian
alcohol
rule.
illegal, but the people decided it shouldn't be.
Well, because people are gonna do whatever they want.
Which is
And then
what
the people decided it wasn't gonna be.
People are gonna
And
do
then
whatever
it's
they
not.
want, no matter what.
Which
But
is why
I
everybody
know,
likes
I know a
mushrooms.
bunch of people who still probably can't handle a lot of drugs like MDMA and LSD, who still do it and get pretty buck on them.
Yeah,
So like,
that's true. Like, there's people that sit in the
making
corner and
it
feel like they're
illegal,
breaking, yeah.
making it illegal isn't gonna stop people getting buck as fuck. Like,
But
That's what-
if
that's my
it's
opinion,
illegal, then you can't buy it, and if you can't buy it, then
Oh, I
you
can
need
buy
to
it.
know how to get it, and if you know how to get it, then you know about it, and if you know about it, you know a general idea behind it, and therefore, it's okay that way, even though it's still legal. It makes it more okay because you know more about the substance.
And I guess that's my idea too. Is if you do something, regardless if it's one time or 50 times. I guess if you do it the first time, you know it's gonna happen, and it's up to you. You know, if you want to feel that way every time, and like if you're gonna freak out every time you take a tab, then
yeah.
definitely plan on locking yourself in a room with mattresses and having a good time. You know what I mean? But if
Yeah.
that's what you're gonna do, then know your limitations and plan
Exactly.
for it.
Then
Yeah.
know what you're gonna do. And everybody should be able to have their free range of their own consciousness, is my belief.
Yeah, it's like people that drive and like drink and drive, and eventually they're like, here's my keys, I can't drive anymore. You know what I mean? That should be like that with any state, dude. Like, here's my Molly, I can't take any more Molly. Here's my acid, I can't take any more acid. Like just like generally, like I know, like if I do more, I'm gonna want to do even more, and I'm probably gonna lose my shit. So
But then
I should probably just stay on this level.
There's to that point where you just simply cannot trust a good amount of people out there, and you can't trust them to be able to
not at
trust
all.
themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
In a sense. And that's not.
That's why
that's not
there's
being a dick,
age
it's just-
limitations,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's why there's warnings, but
Yeah,
still,
LSD
there's
doesn't come with the
constant.
warning.
There's I know, but that's because it's illegal.
Very true.
If it was legal, then there would be a warning and a label.
Sorry, can you imagine that warning on LSD?
Be like, Doug, you
It may cause hallucinations,
like-
anxiety. You might
Yeah.
lose your shit. Might shit your pants.
So, like, if it was just a lot more informed, you know, people would be like, okay, this is what it does.
Yeah. It
Like,
just needs to have the right, like, kind of people surrounding
Acceptance
it, like
and-
the right,
Exactly.
the right image.
Because ever since, like, look when marijuana got legalized in Colorado. There's so many
a wave,
opportunities.
yeah.
It's a way of life. You can have a job. There's people who get paid to smoke weed, believe it or not.
Yep.
And there's people who get paid to roll joints. There's people who get paid to fucking sell weed. And
Legally.
it's legally, yeah, exactly, 100% legally and fucking taxed, and it's like, I think the reason people get into other drugs, if it is because of weed, is because your drug dealer has them. Like,
I feel like it's
Yeah.
that, and you just have that.
yeah, curiosity.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
feel like as any person, you know, if somebody puts something in front of you, you have the ability to say yes or no, whether it be
Exactly.
pot or like meth or something else. You know, like so when you choose
Your
to
own
do
choice.
it, yeah, and when you choose to do it, and you know how it makes you feel, and you choose to do it over and over and over again, then that is, totally human choice.
Yeah.
That's up to you. Nobody's like putting a gun to your head, like do another line.
And nobody
Do another
should
line. Yeah.
make it illegal. Nobody
Exactly.
should be like, you can't do this.
Because there's
this
plenty of
is
people
your
that can't help it.
this is your body.
It's strange.
This is
that
your experience.
The current concept is, if you have a drug problem, then you deserve to be punished.
Yeah.
It's kind of strange
Yeah.
because it's like you're basically saying, all right, you have a flaw, so we're gonna give you another big flaw
Yeah.
to have to deal with. You know, it's a weird way that we have to look at it right
Rather
now.
than offering a
being
help.
being
Yeah,
illegal, like being illegal because the substance is still out there, even though it's illegal. But now it's just in the worst possible light.
Yeah.
You know.
And when people are quitting, like, opiates, they'll give them a bunch of methadone, which
And
is
it's just replacing
it's just replacing it.
Yeah.
It's
It's
just
just saying,
more
I
drugs.
feel like it's almost a way just to be like, okay, we know you're addicted to heroin. Like, thank you for registering with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I
Thanks
mean?
for
Like,
your money
thanks
for
for
the
your-
Like,
rest
and
of
by
your
the
life.
way, yeah, every time you want to get high, now you're gonna come back to us.
Yeah.
And we're funded by the U.S. government. That's funded by the people. Like,
Which is crazy because psilocybin has been shown to actually
Yeah, magic
cure
mushrooms.
addiction.
oh yeah,
Cure
dude.
addiction in a
Totally stand by
surprisingly
that.
high statistic amount of people.
This message
Yeah.
is brought to you by psilocybin.
Yeah. Yeah, and same with
It
Same with
honestly
a lot
is.
of
It honestly is.
psychedelics. Yeah, and ayahuasca, and fucking 5-MeO-DMT, and like a whole bunch of
Oh,
other fucking psychedelics. They're
Yeah.
just
They're all crazy, but they all, like everything in the world, I feel like has a potential, like
Yeah.
a potential use in some way.
yeah, a
You just have to
potential
use
use
it in
of
the right way.
self-realization too.
Yeah.
Like if you look at anything in the right way, it's like, all right, what can I learn from this? Like anything.
Cause like I was watching I don't know if you've seen the video I posted of like the animals that get high.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Okay, so like, just right there, that is like that should be like basis on why. Okay, I'm not like a strong believer on all drugs should be legal, but all drugs should have like be legal with limitations because like honestly, if naturally animals are going out and searching for ways to get intoxicated, like like if
Yeah.
like dolphins are eating jellyfish like to get jacked up like in the sea, and then like like there's like porcupines and shit out like licking frogs to get fucked up, like then like dude, like obviously like in real life it happened before everybody said it was illegal.
Yeah.
So like all of a sudden
People
somebody
have-
just stood
People
up,
have
yeah.
been doing mushrooms for thousands of years.
Exactly.
This frog, 5-MeO-DMT, which comes from the Sonoran Desert toad or the Bufora alvarius
I
toad.
wonder if that's the same frog
And-
that he just said about
Whoa.
porcupine licks.
Yeah.
Well, nobody, you can't just lick it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have to extract the venom from the venom glands and then smoke it. But it's actually, there's a lot of links within the Mayan culture, which is like in the, what the fuck is it called?
Notes.
The
For notes.
Aztec
There you go.
culture. It has there's a lot of like toad references in their artwork and like stuff like that. So
yeah.
and people have been using psychedelics forever. Like Terence McKenna's, I'm sure a lot of people know who he is, but he's a philosopher, and he has this theory called the Stoned Ape Theory, and it's basically monkeys fucking figured out how to eat mushrooms basically because they're just eating everything, you know. They're like hungry, you know, and they're smart, and they eat them and expand their consciousness, learn how to use tools and fucking all kinds of shit.
So that's been like kind of like shown from psychedelics, like
Well,
monkeys that have
there's a
eaten
lot of people.
psychedelics,
There's
like-
a lot of people who think that Christianity is based on
Yeah,
psychedelics.
I know that theory, but what you just said, are you
I
saying
feel
that
like
like
most religions
from
are Kafka.
like there's something that shows monkeys that eat psychedelics like have have shown to use tools and stuff? Because that would prove that theory right.
Well,
you know?
if because psychedelics have shown me things,
Mhm.
have shown a lot of people things, you know. So
Yeah.
why wouldn't it show a monkey thing? Why wouldn't it show
Oh,
a
yeah.
monkey how to
Well, they have
do
the
something?
same-
I mean, I could
capacity.
definitely see it possible.
I could
I was
definitely
just
see it,
wondering if
but,
there's like a direct correlation.
Yeah, and what's crazy is there was actually videos of monkeys like using sticks to like fucking stab fish and shit.
I learned about that in my human origins class.
Do
Yeah.
either one of you know?
So they're learning.
Like, question on the top of my head. Sorry, like while we're on the subject, but do
Yeah.
other animals make their own chemical DMT in their brain?
I know that rats do. Well, actually,
Because I said like humans release it when they're born, when they sleep, and
humans,
when they
it's
die.
actually, it's not for sure that they do. They think it's
Yeah.
created in the pineal
Pineal
gland,
gland, yeah.
and they actually think it's produced in the gut and a lot of other parts of your body actually, but it's kind of crazy because I haven't like proved it yet, but they've proven it in rats and like stuff like that. But yeah,
See, that's what I've always wondered, because I feel like if that's, I don't want to say like that's the chemical. I feel like that's okay. Yes, that is. That's like the main chemical in your brain that reacts with any other chemicals that you added to that causes you to like see things differently, hear things differently, feel things differently.
Well,
other
it's
than,
like-
I mean, other than dopamine making you happy.
yeah.
I would say it has, like,
serotonin-
the-
well, all your kind of
serotonin, yeah.
neuroconnectors kind of play a role in your consciousness. You know, if you do anything, if you even like LSD and stuff, it actually makes your what's it called, your prefrontal cortex, like you're more
Active.
logical, like what like what's it called?
What it does to your brain is it makes it so the normal paths that it usually takes, like it's kind of like your
looks at
brain. Your
those
brain
different
kind of like
paths,
it's split into sections, and it like connects on like kind of intersection points. And when you're on LSD, it like those intersection points are like the blood flow doesn't go as well to those in a sense, or
Up to your
something along
prefrontal
those lines.
cortex.
Yeah.
So your brain is forced to take alternate pathways to get to the same destination that it's trying to get to, and through taking those alternate pathways is when you're like, for me at least that's I feel like when you kind of learn things and see things in a new light.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Because
help you grow.
it's like seeing things from different eyes almost. It's like it's seeing something from a whole new perspective, you know, because it's not what you're used to. The pathways you're not used to taking. Yeah, it's wild. It's
Well,
wild
I
how
feel
such
like-
a small thing could do that.
Yeah, I feel like DMT is the one that's the most associated with your actual consciousness. I feel like, and maybe this, I don't know. This is kind of what I think about it, is that it almost separates your consciousness from your brain
Yeah.
in a sense. It like
Uh-huh.
it makes it so it's not. It makes it so it's not being going through the filter of your brain so much anymore.
Yeah.
And it's kind of just you returning to your consciousness,
Yeah.
which is like you know, it's been explained by so many smart people, but I've heard it explained as like a oneness, as like a sense of being everyone and everything,
being
kind of,
whole.
like,
And that's how I feel. Kind of that way on LSD, you know, like it's just,
it's kind of almost that same thing happening.
it's just not allegedly, but it's not as like blast into the fucking fractal geometry and like everything, you know, but
It's almost like
See,
that's
that's
on
what
LSD. It's doing it to
allegedly
part
happens
of your brain.
DMT.
And
Well, it's
DMT is doing it to either more or a different part of your brain.
I feel like it's just like
definitely different parts.
LSD makes me almost, it's like I'm looking at myself from like how I would play Grand Theft Auto, almost.
Oh, so third person view.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of yourself.
And it's like I'm kind of just like, alright, this is all kind of just like a game. Like this is all just kind of some sort of thing that I'm doing, and it's all working out. It's all fucking great. Like this is all beautiful. This is like,
So if each of you
At least if I'm in the
done
right place.
DMT,
what?
I said if each one of you allegedly done DMT.
Yes, I have. I've actually,
Because
I've had quite a few experiences on DMT, and I feel like it's quite an amazing thing. It's shown me a lot, but I feel like, and I always get at least sometimes I get such direct messages like.
okay,
Like,
that's
I
what I was
was-
gonna ask you. What was your like? What was the thing that was like, wow, like, cause you know it's quick.
Yeah.
Like, and afterwards,
Right.
like, you're sitting there thinking, and it's like, and then all of a sudden, you're just like, it comes to you, like, because, like,
At some
like
point.
my example, like I told Jerry, like, regardless of anything that's going on in the world, there's gonna
Yeah.
be war over here, famine, people starving, dying, whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody can be happy, whatever. Like, regardless of what is happening, like, I'm existing, and my life continues. The world is
Yeah.
gonna continue going around. And whatever's gonna happen to me is gonna happen as everything else continues to happen to everybody else. Like,
Yeah.
like,
Which is so weird because like
Yeah.
that's so obvious. But
Yeah,
it's
but,
like, but it's like
once you
to
think
see
about it, yeah,
to
it's like-
feel it, to like really experience it as more than just a thought, as like a almost like a reality. Like
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. It's
Because then after that, like, everything I felt like I was telling you, like, everything almost fits into place. Like, I feel like everyday life, like, almost has, like, this sort of, like, not geometry to it, but, like, almost, like, you know, fits
Like
in
fits.
equally. Yeah, to everything.
Yeah.
Everything has, like, you know,
That
when you
that
look at things,
fucking
when you
yin and
feel
yang
it,
guy.
yeah, exactly.
Fucking, yeah, I guess, I don't know, DMT, I've had a few intense experiences, and the most intense, like, experiences I've had with it is, I was with a few friends, and we were all planning on doing it at the same time, you know, and, allegedly, but it was, yeah, it was a night. I was allegedly on mushrooms as well, and it was just it was just a really intense night with my homies. You know, just like one of those nights where I feel like I learned a lot, and I just wanted to end the night off like with a bang, you know. But it was. Yeah, we were about to dab it on a dab rig, you know. It was on the email, so we could all pass it around. And I dabbed it, and then I took a second dab because I was like, all right, I probably want another one just to break through hard, you know. And mushrooms is like basically like the orally active form of DMT, because DMT, when you turn it into the orally active form, it is psilocin, and that's what mushrooms turn into in your brain. But so I took this second dab, holding them in, held it in for as long as I could, blew it out, and my friend, he is taking his dab, and as he's taking his, I just get this like panicky feeling, just like holy fuck, you know, just like
How many
And
minutes
I-
into that was that?
this was like 20 seconds into it after I exhaled the hit, if that. And I exhale it, and I start feeling like, and this, I'm tripping at this point, so this is like what I'm feeling, but it's not happening in this this so-called reality, and I start exhaling this like foamy stuff, like crazy like foam, like almost like a just like foam, not like rabies foam, but like.
Did you feel it?
Yeah, like I felt it coming out of my lungs,
Yeah.
like I was breathing it out, and it was foam, like a foam noodle, like one of those things that you swim in.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, no, dude,
Yeah,
dude, I'm picturing it perfect.
Yeah, but I was just exhaling that, and I was like, oh my god, I'm like dying, and then I looked at my buddy Manny, and I'm like, dude, stop, because I'm like, dude, you're gonna fucking die, you know. And I didn't say that, but I'm just like, dude, don't do that, don't. And he exhales his hit, and then I start like losing it and like freaking out, and I look over at my friend who's sitting across the room from me. My other friend is sitting next to the couch. My other friend was sitting on this other chair on the other side of the couch, and my buddy that was next to me on the couch was just kind of like looking at me, you know, and I watched my buddy on the across the room from me. He turned into like just like blew up basically into a bunch of fractal noodle type things, and then I watched my two other friends die right beside me.
Yeah.
Like fucking just completely dead, like I can't even like really explain it, you know, and it was just so intense. Everything was ripping apart in front of my face. Everything was getting completely destroyed, and then I'm just dying, you know, and and then all of a sudden I'm just freaking out. I'm trying to grab onto things. I'm like just like grabbing on my coffee table, and like everything's just like turning into fucking scattered mess. Everything's just turning into just everything, I guess. And then all of a sudden my friend comes back into the frame. My friend who was sitting across the room from me, who just turned into noodles basically. He's like, dude, you're just tripping, and I'm just like, I just come like back to this reality, just like.
Wow, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And then my friend that was next to me on the couch, my friend that was on the chair, and my friend that was on the couch actually next to me was holding me down, as I was like trying to like grab things and like fuck up my dab rig and like, and I was like crying, dude. I was like freaking out. It was like, I completely died, like. And I don't know, dude, like, I feel like it made me realize that I'm kind of afraid of my death, and maybe I need to get to the point to where I can be, and I think it's because the reason I'm afraid of my death is because I'm not done here yet, and maybe I need to get to the point to where I'm going to be like, okay, I'm okay to die, you know?
Acceptance,
Yeah, or it's like, I've done what I love to do. I'm doing, like to get to the point to where, be like, all right, today would be an okay day to die, you know?
But what if it's acceptance of that fear?
Yeah, what if that's like all it is?
Exactly.
Like today, like
what
right
if it's
now,
just
it's
like, you know?
That's the thing. I feel like we all have a purpose in some way. I feel like we all have a purpose, and until we have fulfilled that purpose, maybe that's just my ideology, but it's definitely got me to where I am. But until we fulfill that purpose, we're still meant to be here. Because, you know, I've had some times, like, where I should be dead, you know? And it's like,
exactly.
I'm here, you know, still.
Fate works in strange ways.
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
It's like, that's the thing. Like, I guess, like, whatever, everything's that's kept you alive has brought you to, like, here. And I guarantee, like, you know, you've probably had some sort of near-death experience, and some sort of near-death experience, you know, anything. And it's like, without that, like, we all wouldn't be sitting in this room together, like, you know, even talking about anything, enjoying a few beers, and allegedly bulls.
Yeah, exactly.
So beautiful. Life is such an artwork.
Yeah.
That's why I love chemicals.
anything that like plays an effect, I guess. Anything that's inspired you, anything that's made you who you are. This like really is. I have complete respect for anything that's made me who I am. The biggest piece of shit in my life. I love you, dog. Like, because that's why I'm who I am, you know.
Yo. I'm glad we got something out of this at least.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
I feel like we should have stopped when pizza came and like paused it real quick and been like, oh shit, it's not recording.
Yeah.
like and you know we could have got that second half real quick.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
Yeah.
It's all an experience.
Some good experience. Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like regardless in that sense, like instead of us, you know, sitting around a mic talking for 3 hours, we literally all sat in a room, like, you know, without sitting on our phones, like we all talk about serious, legit, real life, like you know, shit that goes on in life.
Yeah.
Like rather than like, you know, like sitting out there playing Xbox or fucking, you know.
Yeah. It's definitely a beautiful thing in its own right. Even though we didn't
regardless of who hears it, regardless, or other than those of magic culture that, you know, decided to hear a whole podcast while it happened.
Yeah, if you just fucking, like, get your earphones and, like, put them in the air and, like, the right way with some tinfoil, you know?
Apparently, like, you know, somewhere between Mikey's level 2 and, like, level 50, you could hear us. we're actually on the air right now. Good stuff, though.
Definitely good stuff.
Definitely have to make it for the next one, just
yeah, we'll have to fucking do it, like, this
Definitely
weekend.
have to have it back. Because you talked about a lot of interesting stuff
we'll have
during
to
that
do it this
podcast.
fucking weekend. Do one this weekend?
Yeah, I say let's just.
I
I
said
was
I'll
just
do it this
thinking that.
weekend.
I'm
You
down.
bet, Alex?
Yeah.
I'll throw it down like Saturday. Saturday?
I'm about it.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I still work Sunday, but Sunday's an easy, slow day, so Saturday's easy.
Saturday it is. Tune in Saturday.
Saturday, 30 rec.
Yeah.
Peace out.
1 gram.
Peace out.
Later.
Eat it.